let's bring the guides through. I think,
Okay.
I think they want to address it. So let's just take a minute and settle our energy, send our energy down to beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth. Follow the breath down to Mother Earth. Breathe into our hearts, connecting our hearts and connecting us to the all. There is a inherent pitfall that the human falls into when looking at the actions and the behaviors of another. It is much of what causes the human experience to be in upset and flux. There is an understanding that we would have you glean from this discussion. And the first thing that we want to say is a reminder around the agreements that were made when all came to the planet Earth. The agreements, in this case, around duality and around free will. So what does it mean for the human to experience duality? It means that when you look at anything in your experience, there is the both sides of the coin, shall we say. There is the this is good and this is bad aspect of any given thing, which, to boil it down, we would call a judgment, would we not? Humans, by their nature and their agreements, deal with this on a moment-to-moment basis. Part of your journey on this earth and the remembering back to who you really are is the remembering the oneness, and so we would say to you, a reminder of, if you were to look at your hand and say your hand is displeasing you, would the hand make you angry? Would the hand give you upset and stress and grief? If you were able to begin the process, dear one, of opening your mind to that concept, there will be less ability for all that is around you to bring the very normal and natural human response that comes of all the continuum of emotions. So one would say easier said than done, and we certainly understand that. So in this discussion, let us talk of it as a foot on the path on the road, that just the beginning acknowledgement that this is the reality of your time, space, world that you live in, just that will bring a level of relief. So another concept that comes to this one often that helps her, particularly with the drama and trauma of her children, is when we think of those that are around us as that fractal of the higher self. and they have chosen to come down with pre-agreements, as you have learned about, and act out various experiences that are going to shape them or not within this incarnation. There are the opportunities for the growth and the awareness and awakening. Many choose it and many do not. If you can pull your consciousness back to that objective observer, thinking to yourself, isn't that something? Look at how that is playing out. I wonder what the higher purpose of this is. And find yourself in a state of neutrality would be the most, I can't get the word, just a minute. Functional. The most functional thing at that point would be that point of neutrality. The human, however, quite often needs to settle into that compassionate, loving feeling, which is also incredibly productive in this time. Remember that that continuum of emotions that is part of the human experience, the only commonality throughout the cosmos is that love emotion. The rest of the emotions are a result of the physical body with its physical hormonal response to stimuli that is brought in, and it gives you that reaction. So that is another knowing that can serve you in this evolutionary path, that when the emotion is being observed or experienced, you can know that it is of the human experience for all of those except unconditional love, which is the fabric of the makeup of the universe. So to bring it back around to the observation of the person who is hurting someone that you care about and seeing you with disdain and judgment and creating that emotional response that is within you, remind yourself, dear one, that that is the human response. There are two branches we would have you look at in this moment. We would look at the branch of the observer coming into that melding with the whole that is you and seeing the perspective that we have from this vantage point across the veil. That is a great seat in the bleachers, we would say. The other branch to the, they crack me up sometimes. The other branch to the tree is to ask yourself, in this moment, why are you susceptible to that human emotion? And this is when it comes full circle back to the inner child work. When you feel disrespected and devalued by your fellow man, it goes to that feeling of unworthiness, that feeling of not enoughness as a child. When you are feeling the protective feelings for your loved one and the intolerance of the injustice that he is putting up with this person that he so loves, it brings out in you perhaps the um, the seeing of the injustices and the building of the strength to stand up for oneself that comes from I'm getting that feeling of like pissed offness that, I will stand up for myself. I will take care of myself, which has its innate threads of things that need to be healed within it. So we celebrate for you, dear one, as you reflect on these knowings and these informational pathways and spend time in reflection and doing the work that you are doing at this time. We would say to you to look at it as a funneling down to what is it really that needs to be healed, and then invite the light language through that has been such a blessing for you at this up to this point. And if you can find that energetic thread, that is when the light language will be incredibly successful in unrooting it, so to speak. That was really good.